Today we welcome Ganja Gardens. Spend the first few moments letting prior events, interactions, and feelings from the day melt away. With a combination of mindful breathing and focused attention, keep your eyes low. Please place your phone on Do Not Disturb, and use the bathroom before entering Ganja Gardens. Practice. Please remove any jewelry or hanging products from your body. Remember to breathe. We suggest smoking an indica strain, the one that imparts a mellow vibe quickly, and with ease. Begin taking a few full deep pulls of your ganja now. Eating before practicing can lead to feelings of heaviness, and can disrupt the digestion process. It is also advised to drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water during the day in order to flush toxins that are released while practicing out of the body. The full practice available now on Yoga World 365 OnlyFans now. Sponsored by PartyGirlYogaNY. Series created Chelsea G. Burris. You may place a pillow under your knees for support. Place one hand on your upper chest and one hand below your rib cage, allowing you to feel the movement of your diaphragm. Slowly inhale through your nose, feeling your stomach pressing into your hand. Keep your other hand as still as possible. Exhale using pursed lips as you tighten your stomach muscles, keeping your upper hand completely still. Well grounded on your yoga mat with your back straight and legs extended in front of you. Keep your legs and feet together and place each palm next to each hip. Make sure that the bottoms of your legs are firmly placed on the mat. After lifting your left leg, bend your right leg under your left leg and place the right foot beside your left hip. Stack your left knee over your right knee, placing your left foot beside your right hip. Raise the left arm above your head and bend the elbow to lower your left hand between the shoulder blades simultaneously. Bring the right arm behind your back and the right hand upward between the shoulder blades. Try to adjust your upper arm and lower arm in such a way that your left elbow is behind your head and is pointing at the ceiling, whereas the right elbow is pointing at the mat or floor. Bring the hands as close to each other as possible, and if you can, interlock the fingers of both hands. Keep breathing easily and normally, or you can take deeper Ujjayi breaths and stay in the pose as long as you're comfortable. As you exhale, release your arms. Uncross your legs and repeat for the other leg, starting with the left leg this time. Place your left foot under your right leg and beside your right hip. Stack your right knee over your left knee, placing your right foot beside the left hip. Raise the right arm above your head and bend the right elbow at the same time. Bring the left arm behind your back and interlock the fingers of both hands where they meet between the shoulder blades. Adjust your right and left elbow as it. As you exhale, release your arms. In the beginning, your right hand may not be able to reach your left hand, and or vice versa. But even so, don't exert too much force. With practice, the fingers of both hands will be able to meet, interlock, and hold on for some length of time. Lean back, come into boat pose.
Take to
Begin in a seated position with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Lift your feet off the floor, keep your knees bent at first, bring your shins parallel to the floor. This is half boat pose. Your torso will naturally fall back, but do not let the spine round. Straighten your legs to a 45-degree angle. If you can do so without losing the integrity of your upper body, you want to keep your torso as upright as possible so that it makes a V shape with the legs. Roll your shoulders back and straighten your arms roughly parallel to the floor with your palms turned up. Do your best to balance on the sit bones, but it's normal if you are resting slightly behind them. Focus on lifting your chest to support the balance. Stay for at least 5 breaths. Release your legs on an exhale, then inhale and sit up. Bring the feet down to keep knees up, lean back on both hands, press into the mat. Bring your knees down to the left. Bring your knees down to the right. Wings held wiper-like. You're fanning away smoke. Take the right foot on top of the left knee, stretch. Bring down to the right. To the left. Switch legs completely. Dring down to the right and left. Uncross, take, come slowly into boat. Come into upward facing dog by lying face down on the floor with your legs extended behind you. Spread a few inches apart. The tops of your feet should rest on the mat. Do not tuck your toes, as this can crunch your spine. Place your hands on the floor alongside your body, next to your lower ribs. Point your fingers to the top of the mat and hug your elbows in close to your ribcage. Inhale as you press through your hands firmly into the floor. Straighten your arms, lifting your torso and your legs a few inches off the floor. Look over your left shoulder. Look over right. Place your hands on the floor alongside your body, next to your lower ribs. Point your fingers to the top of the mat and hug your elbows in close to your ribcage. Inhale as you press through your hands firmly into the floor. Straighten your arms, lifting your torso and your legs a few inches off the floor. Look over your left shoulder. Look over right. Downward facing dog. Start in an all fours position, with your hips above your knees and shoulders above your wrists. Bring your hands slightly forwards of your shoulders, with your middle finger pointing forward. Spread your fingers. Think about creating a suction cup in the middle of your palm by pressing through the outer edges of the palm, the base of the fingers, and the fingertips. This is Astabandha. Create a spiral action in your arms by rolling your upper arms away from you and your forearms spiraling inwards. Tuck your toes under, and on an exhalation, engage your lower belly, drawing the navel back to the spine. Press through your hands, and lift your hips back and up to bring yourself into an upside down V pose. Keep your knees bent at first as you find length in your spine. Slide your shoulder blades down along the spine, collarbone spread, the base of the neck relaxed. Maintaining length in the spine, walk your dog by alternately bending and straightening your legs, eventually bringing both heels towards the floor. They do not have to touch the floor. Knees down, puppy pose. Place the tops of your feet on the ground and your palms flat on the ground. Take a few breaths. On an exhale, begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Allow your chest and upper body to slowly lower toward the floor. Once low enough, let your forehead rest on the earth. Spread your fingers and allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Your shoulders should feel broad. Draw in your navel and lengthen your spine. The spine should be long and straight. Try not to allow it to collapse toward the floor. Reach your hips back and up while engaging your arms with the elbows slightly off the ground. Puppy pose. Place the tops of your feet on the ground and your palms flat on the ground. Take a few breaths. On an exhale, begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Allow your chest and upper body to slowly lower toward the floor. Once low enough, let your forehead rest on the earth. Spread your fingers and allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Your shoulders should feel broad. Come into a tabletop position. Knees are under your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders. Begin in a neutral spine position with your back flat and your abs engaged. Take a big deep inhale. On the exhale, round your spine up towards the ceiling, and imagine you're pulling your belly button up towards your spine, really engaging your abs. Tuck your chin towards your chest, and let your neck release. This is your cat-like shape. On your inhale, arch your back. Let your belly relax and go loose. Lift your head and tailbone up towards the sky without putting any unnecessary pressure on your neck. This is the cow portion of the pose. Continue flowing back and forth from cat pose to cow pose, and connect your breath to each movement. Inhale for cow pose, and exhale on cat pose. Thread the needle right. Lay down a yoga mat or find a soft carpeted area for comfort. Start on all fours on the ground, make a tabletop with your body. Stack your hips directly above your knees and position your elbows, shoulders, and wrists in a straight line perpendicular to the ground. Lift your right hand up, sending your gaze up with it, and then follow your right hand down as you thread it beneath your left arm. Sink into the stretch by keeping your hips high while allowing your chest to rest on or come close to the ground. Push your hips back and up, and keep some pressure in your left palm to avoid crunching your neck. Hold the position as long as you'd like, a few seconds up to an entire minute, and then switch sides. To come out, press firmly into your left palm, and slowly unthread your right arm, reaching back up towards the sky. The gaze can follow. Return your right hand down to the ground, back in tabletop. Repeat on the left side. Upward facing dog. Place your hands on the floor alongside your body, next to your lower ribs. Point your fingers to the top of the mat, and hug your elbows in close to your rib cage. Inhale as you press through your hands firmly into the floor. Straighten your arms, lifting your torso and your legs a few inches off the floor. Keep your elbows pressed alongside your body. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, and lift your chest toward the ceiling. Draw your shoulders back and your heart forward, but do not crunch your neck. If your neck is flexible, tilt your head to gaze toward the sky. Otherwise, keep your head neutral and your gaze directly forward. Your thighs should be firm and turned slightly inward. Your arms should also be firm, slightly turned so that each elbow crease faces forward. Look over shoulder left, look over shoulder right. Lie on your back with your knees slightly bent and your head on a pillow. You may place a pillow under your knees for support. Place one hand on your upper chest and one hand below your rib cage, allowing you to feel the movement of your diaphragm. Slowly inhale through your nose, feeling your stomach pressing into your hand. Keep your other hand as still as possible. Exhale using pursed lips as you tighten your stomach muscles, keeping your upper hand completely still.